If you're looking at my Facebook timeline, this is what you'll get. In The Dragon and the Cross, The Rise and Fall of the Ku Klux Klan in Middle America, Richard K. Tucker offers an instructive, narrowly focused look at a short, dark time in Indiana history. The 1920s, when the Klan held sway over state politics, with its leader aspiring to the United States Senate and even the White House. For all the hatred, terror, and mayhem blamed on the Ku Klux Klan through 150 years, the group actually has a rule book. First published in 1916, the Koran lays out a series of beliefs, titles, and rituals that form the core of Klan practices, sometimes dubbed Klancraft, during much of the last century. White supremacy, combined with religion, is at the core of the group, which considers itself a Christian organization. The timing of the re-emergence of this extreme right group coincides with the increasing popularity of Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. It appears Trump and his growing popularity come as a boost to organizations like the KKK, which had been a nuisance to American society since the 1860s. Before the first votes were cast this year, Trump's candidacy was also being hailed and welcomed by the American Nazi Party, the KKK-affiliated Knights Party, the skinhead and neo-Nazi online forum The Daily Stormer, and former KKK Grand Wizard David Duke. David Duke, a white nationalist and former Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard, is urging the listeners of his radio program to volunteer and vote for Donald Trump. Voting against Donald Trump at this point is really treason to your heritage, Duke said on the David Duke radio program. Donald Trump was asked by CNN host Jake Tapper whether he would disavow Duke and other white supremacist groups that are supporting his campaign. I don't know anything about what you're even talking about with white supremacy or white supremacists, Trump said, so I don't know. I don't know. Did he endorse me or what's going on? Because I know nothing about David Duke. I know nothing about white supremacists. The rise of Mr. Trump, who has promised to build a wall between Mexico and the United States and an unclear ban on Muslim immigrants and or people from terrorist countries, could be a linchpin for supremacist and nationalist movements, KKK leaders told the AP. Klan leaders say Donald Trump's immigration position and his ascendancy in the GOP are signs things are going their way. You know, we began 40 years ago saying we need to build a wall, Arkansas-based Klan leader Thomas Robb said. Klan leaders told the AP that most of today's groups remain small and operate independently, kept apart by disagreements over such issues as whether to associate with neo-Nazis. Living with his father in Kokomo, Indiana, Shane Michael Johnson, 25, eventually became the leader of that city's skinhead faction. By 2013, he had successfully joined the skinhead and Klan groups together. Johnson covered his body in tattoos, many that showcased his belief in hate. Johnson began the lengthy process of covering the hate at New Republic Tattoo Parlor in Fort Wayne. Shane Michael Johnson says, "I've been working with the News-Sentinel and WANE Channel 15. They have been documenting the process of my cover-ups and my journey altogether. I spoke about the Republican movement and how it's a more subtle message of exactly what we believe in. My words were, Republicans' message I've heard before, except the guys preaching it were wearing robes." Lining his pockets with the dues of his fellow Klansmen, D.C. Stevenson also wielded considerable political power, with his organization picking candidates for state office and supporting them covertly. The practice culminated in the election of a Klan supporter as governor of Indiana in 1924, opening up the possibility of Stevenson's own candidacy for national office. Visions of a Klan presidency quickly went up in flames, however, when Stevenson was convicted of murder after having raped a young woman who then poisoned herself. Ku Klux Klan leaders tell the Associated Press that most of today's Klan groups are kept apart by disagreements over such issues as whether to associate with neo-Nazis. The News-Sentinel says 25-year-old Shane Michael Johnson successfully joined the neo-Nazi skinhead and Klan groups together in Kokomo, Indiana 3 years ago. In 1924, the Klan captured the government of Indiana by helping to elect closet Klansmen or pro-Klan candidates to office on the municipal, county, and state levels, including Governor Ed Jackson, many members of the state legislature, and all but one member of the state's congressional delegation. Shane Michael Johnson says he told WANE TV and the News-Sentinel that the Republican Party message is exactly the same as skinhead and KKK beliefs. WANE TV and the News-Sentinel have not published those comments. The Associated Press says white supremacy combined with religion is at the core of the Ku Klux Klan, which considers itself a Christian organization. The Republican National Committee says our goal is to build an army of 100,000 pro-faith conservatives who will help us identify, register, inform, and mobilize America's faith-based community for the 2016 elections. KKK leaders tell the AP that Donald Trump's immigration position and his ascendancy in the GOP are signs things are going the Klan's way. If you're looking at my Facebook timeline, this is what you'll get.